Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. I am waiting for the videos to catch up with a new live streak goal now announced, and it's going to be a couple days before we actually see an update to that, but thank you all so much for the understanding, and also a lot of people coming out of the woodwork saying that they're really looking forward to missing no week. So here's the second golden opportunity for you all. I'm glad that everyone's excited about it because I really want to do it. It's going to be insane and dangerous and kind of exciting. Here's your meme of the day / Mosh Pet of the day, submitted here by I Am, literally Yam as in YAM, who said, or the title of the thread was hashtag Mosh Pit, and in the thread they said, Miles still loves watching. He's a Great Dane Siberian Husky. He just turned 4 and waits for me to get home from work so he can watch The Binding of Isaac while I love on him. And I gotta say, I need to see more of Miles because I've never heard or seen a Siberian Husky mixed with a Great Dane. So if you want to do some follow-up pictures on the I am, post them on the Discord or in the subreddit. I'd love to see that. Thank you very much for sharing it with Miles. Hello, Miles. T-Day is going to be Papa 27 Zulu, Golf Alpha November 9. We've got bad tears, bad movement speed. Gemini is definitely in starting item. And then Larynx, which is not a bad carry item for sure. If you can keep an entire charge of Larynx, I don't know why I just said it so weird, of Larynx up to the boss, you can easily one-shot most bosses, just not the major bosses. They have damage reduction. And we get Gnawed Leaf, which is an item we haven't seen in a very long time. And Gnawed Leaf is interesting here with Gemini. You just see us turn to stone. While Isaac is in the stone form, he cannot be hit by anything. He cannot be dealt damage by any source. And Gemini is going to be very good at being that source of outgoing damage. Transformed right in the nick of time there. So wait for the Mullabooms, and we say, ha ha ha. We do not care about your damage. We've got Gemini and the power of anime and God on our side. Or something. Power of a Tanuki suit on our side. Obviously a reference to Super Mario Brothers 3. There we go. My God! So we can happily just do this and let Pin kind of get ruined by Gemini. Then we can save our Larynx for the next floor, which I'm totally willing to do. And so that way I get to explain to you what Larynx is. So Larynx is an active item, obviously, that if you get hit will give a charge to Larynx. But here's the kicker. The thing is, though, is that the higher that the pips get on Larynx, the stronger that the AoE gets, and more importantly, the bigger the AoE gets. So Isaac does this very huge demonic scream on max level, and it does buku damage. I mean buku damage to everything around you. Very, very good at taking down early game bosses. Pin, please. We're trying to shoot a video here, sir. Thank you. Get a bone heart for our trouble, and that will allow us to get access to the cursed rooms. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. There's no reason for us to really go in the shop, in my opinion. We don't have enough money to get anything in there. And if we were to bomb something, we probably won't be able to afford it unless it's half price, which it very may well be, but we'll never know. Trying to goad the little spiders over to us. There we go. All right, Gemini, listen up. You've never been put in this situation before, but until we get more damage and more tears, you're going to be our big-time player. All right, son? You've been called up from the minors, and we need you to step it up. You're doing great so far. I need to see more hustle. Going to last week's question of the episode from the How Much Strategy Really Exists in the Binding of Isaac episode. This one coming in from Speedtrap248, who says, question of the episode, can we ever expect a best of 2025 compilation of highlights, or have you ever considered that? Love you, dude. Keep up the killer work. Thank you very much, Speedtrap, for your suggestion. And yes, we do actually have a best of or strongest runs Discord channel in our Discord server. You can also, if you have moments, if you have saved or bookmarked episodes that had something really funny or really skillful or stuff like that, you can actually tag Alex or myself, preferably Alex, because he's going to be the one doing the editing. You can tag Alex, and he will get the notification, and just leave him a timestamp and maybe a little description of what he's supposed to be looking at. And that's a very easy way to get his attention and also get whatever you want to be seen. And that's a lot of the time. That's the way that we were getting clips and stuff for the Sinvicta Moments shorts. It's the way that we're able to get like the skits and stuff that we see every now and then. That stuff is immensely helpful. And I definitely encourage and welcome and ask the Mosh Pit if you think that you have a moment that would be a great moment for a best of compilation, then please either post it in Discord with the URL to the video and the timestamp, or just tag Alex at Agramon You can find his tag down below in the description box, and we will definitely check it out. And if it's good to use, we're going to use it, because I would love to do something like that. It's been my dream to have that kind of stuff done. It's just I cannot remember what happens in most Isaac runs, and they all kind of meld together. So if something really funny did happen, and I'm sure that I missed a lot of those type of moments, I got stuck on the corner, then I'd love to preserve them, at the very least preserve them as sort of like a YouTube rewind-esque type deal. Yeah, Turdy Touch works for this build too, because if they touch us, well, they turn into poop piles, and then we can destroy the poop piles to get hopefully lots of fine treasure out of them. All right, so here comes the fully charged Larynx, and watch this. Yeah. Our devil deal here, and boy howdy, what a devil deal it is. We're going to take black powder, I think. And I think I am going to take the Book of Shadows. Book of Secrets with mapping is nice, but the Book of Shadows gives us total immunity, and also will allow me, once we start getting more movement speed, allow me to draw the circles on the ground and then just stay invulnerable with Gnawed Leaf. So while I do like Larynx, the charge up time is just way too ridiculous, and it's basically you use it for just killing the boss, and that's it. You can obviously use it for clearing smaller packs and stuff, but you don't want to waste the charges. We have the free upgraded bombs here, courtesy of Black Powder now. Black Powder, if you draw a circle on the ground like this, create that pentagram that hits both air and ground. And it's very, very useful for, especially if you have a shield or something like Gnawed Leaf, for example. If you go into the Discord, you will find the best of or strongest runs of 2024 is what it's named, or something like that. Not really had a whole lot of activity in that channel, either because people aren't interested in it or they just simply didn't know about it. But hopefully this episode brings a little awareness of that, because I would love to pay Alex to do a mega awesome compilation, the top 10 highlights or something like that of 2025. That would be a really nice way to preserve memories from runs that I definitely have forgotten about. And also, it's just kind of that type of content's evergreen content. It's always going to be watched, always going to be looked forward to by everybody, and does very well with the algorithm as well. Gemini, you're doing great. Keep it up. I do kind of wish that at a certain distance, Gemini would break away from Isaac. and just be totally autonomous without having to be tethered to us, but I don't think that ever happened. I mean, he does that with big Gemini, so it would make sense if it's modeled after Isaac that he could just kind of do it on his own. And this instant execution that we've got going on with Turdy Touch is pretty nice. Sir, how did you get out of that spot? You're not supposed to be able to do that. Lodestone. If anything, Lodestone can get us into and out of curse rooms for free. That's about it. Occasionally, Lodestone will make a heck of a play, though, and save us. So we wait for the tick to start flashing. Then we just walk out. Lodestone, one of the very few items that gives you passive total immunity. And it can stop the effects of Damocles. Keep that in mind. I think? Yeah. Okay. With 11 cents, we definitely could and should go into the shop, even though it's all the way back over here. This room is just waiting for me to walk into the spikes, the 9 room. Call that the 9 room because the spikes look like a 9. It's pretty clever. This is the 8 room. Fully upgraded shop, by the way. Let's point that out. So that's the 8 room. The 1 room. The 9 room. That's the 2 room. These 2 are the 2 rooms. So I'm gonna wait on the strat with the Turdy Touch. Go ham with Black Powder. We finally get a Tears upgrade here. Get Jello, which is not an item that I care about. I mean, he is, but not right now. We've got a very unique but strong combo here. Okay, it's calming down there, Dips. So a much needed Tears upgrade is going to help out our DPS by a whole lot. The problem with Boney is that they outrange Gemini, but things are just bouncing into us right now. There we go. No problem. We can use the Book of Shadows like this and just run into things. We can say nuts to the whole drawing circles on the ground thing. We would just run into them. Same thing here. Is this a fast way to clear rooms? No. Is it an effective way to clear rooms? Yeah, I would say. Instantly one-shot any enemy that touches us. That's pretty dang good. That's just great right there. Ooh, Guardians Humanity. Now we're talking big bucks here. Don't care about pills. Care about pills. Don't care about spiders. Except Sissy. Little Sissy. I think the walking hosts will make contact with us if they get too close. Yeah, they will. All right, Card Against Humanity. We need to see some big time Petrified Poops here. We have Petrified Poop, and this combo becomes godlike, and there it is. So now, every time that we convert an enemy to poop with Dirty Touch, we can gain actual benefits from the piles that they leave, or at least turn into. That's phenomenal. I'm gonna deliberately leave these piles in front of the turrets so I don't have to worry about dodging them while I'm just trying to clear stuff. This is absolutely worth it here. Only we had piercing shots. Or Stompy. Stompy would be fine. This is where I would allow Stompy to occur. There we go. I don't know how much HP we have, but I have a feeling that it's about to not be a problem. We just gained an HP upgrade there from 2 Eternal Hearts. Had a few Soul Hearts in the mix. We're almost at max money. There we go. Okay. Funny game. See, game's got jokes, I see. So we do an entire room of me wishing and saying that, man, I wish we had piercing shots. Then you give us piercing shots. Specifically, something like Eye of Belial would be nice. Let's see if we can get a circle near greed or around greed. Ideally, we would want the circle, the black powder circle down while an enemy is next to us, just taking constant damage from it. But the duration of black powder is not that long. It's a decent amount, but it's nothing game breaking. It would be nice if it did kind of persist a lot longer. Here we go. Yeah, that was gonna happen. I should have just stayed still. Now, we do have the Book of Shadows, but I don't know how much HP I know we've got a lot of HP, but I'd rather save this for our guaranteed double deals that we're totally going to get on this floor. All right? All right. All right. Go in with Book of Shadows. Draw a big old circle around Peep. We need more movement speed, too. Because, of course, he jumps in the air. Yeah, big damage there from Black Powder. Good damage there from Little Gemini. You wish we had an orbital. Oof, that was close. Look at the damage from Black Powder. I'm telling you, man, it's such a great way to attack. Get one damage and one bomb. Finally get a damage upgrade here, but you're still lagging for stats. But this also goes to show you how strong this combo is. This really weird, wonky combo that we have. And we're able to maintain some form of stability here without having too many issues. Despite most of our stats being pretty doo-doo. No pun intended. Hey, look at that. This is so good. We can back off and pick up some more money, which we don't need. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Just a room filled with things that walk right into Isaac. I mean, it's so good. It's not the fastest clear speed, but it's dang fun. I think Sharp Plug and Book of Shadows is legit. If you have enough red hearts and you have a way to replenish them. I've not found the item room yet. Yeah, see, this is a room where I wish that we had Book of Shadows. Whatever. Another room where I wish we had Book of Shadows. You see how pathetic this damage is now. We can't rely upon Gemini and Black Powder, or Turdy Touch for that matter. As you see, we can execute Gurglings too. Nice Hierophant card. This one we just have to wait him out. Still not found the item room. Like to. Yes, I probably should have used the Book of Shadows with the Sharp Plug. That other room. Very unique combo we've got here today. As a quick reminder, everybody, remember the like streak goal has been lowered to only 2K now. And I know that we're going to start hitting those like streaks. Another nice little Tears upgrade here with Pisces. Even though it gives us a wicked knockback, it still breaks the Tears cap. And it's just something that we needed. Just want more. We need more damage, need more movement speed. Movement speed would make our lives a lot easier. There's a double tinted rock right there. I did not see it for the first time. I'm going to hit the Book of Shadows and just start drawing circles. Trying to goad Fallen into staying around us. Uses freaking Shadow. Failed 73% Devil Deal. All right. We have the backup option of Juice's Shadow in case if we get in trouble. This feels like bullying. I really can't be bothered with this room. I don't care if it costs us a bomb. But knowing me and knowing Curse of the Lost, we'll probably end up back in that room again. Okay. I'm glad that you think Infamy is the coolest mob in the game, but you are well aware that it is my least favorite mob in the entire game. I see what you're doing, and I don't appreciate it. For some reason I thought the walking hosts would not deal damage to us as long as their hats are down. Yep, saw that one coming. Try to sneak attack us. I mean, sure, I guess buddy in a box, buddy. The problem is that it's not going to fire on its own, so yeah, we don't necessarily have a good option here. And what an unsurprising disappointment there with us having virtually unlimited money. The game gives us no shops to get anything interesting out of. Play the Judgment. We haven't made boss rush, so I'm not even going to worry about the Fool card. I know we haven't gone to the item room, and I just frankly don't care. I like this combo we got going on here. Red Mom means that we can stay inside the red circle. What? Oh yeah, we're doing it this way, game. Yep. You know, sometimes the game puts you in scenarios where you gotta beat the game at its own game sometimes. You know, game. Take the soul heart and yeah. Yeah. It's not great. The only thing that would help us is if we end up getting Demon Baby from Cambion Conception, which is why I'm going to take it. Hungry Soul could be useful. We managed to kill something with Gemini or Demon Baby, but to get Demon Baby, we have to take hits. Just kind of thinking out loud right now, you know? This is a room that we cannot actually use our tricks with. There we go. Have Soul Heart back. Nice. This is just an easy execute room here. Oh yeah, fires explode now. Thanks to Black Powder. It was only a matter of time where I was going to get duped by Odd leaf. Only a matter of time. I think they just turn into poop piles when they land on you. So, in terms of uniqueness, this one is up there with in terms of just of the unique play style. You know, it's not necessarily an insane combo we have right now, but just how we're using it and how often we're having to use the Turdy Touch Execute along with Nod Leaf is very unusual. Got all the flyers out of here. Him and I doing a good job, and look at that, we got a Hungry Soul. Easy peasy. You got this, Gemini. I believe in you. Seems we're in a dilly of a pickle. All right. There's the north side of the map, everybody. Now let's go to the south side of the map. Now remember, if we get Demon Baby, good things can happen. Unfortunately, Buddy in a Box does not fire on its own. Taking 2 hits of damage there while having a fully charged Book of Shadows is silly. Stupid silly. I'm not trying to deliberately take damage to get Demon Baby, as we don't really have the recovery mechanic to help us there. My heart just sank because I thought we were on Womb 2. At least Death is stupid enough to try to run into us. And hey, you know what? We got an orbital. It's going to be a pretty big help. Don't forget tonight, everybody, I will be streaming on YouTube. Hopefully. There's a small chance that I won't be streaming on YouTube. If I'm too tired from appointments and stuff today, I may take a nap. But let it be known that I'll make up for it though if we end up doing it. I'm proud that we streamed a total of what, 28 weeks in a row now, something like that here on YouTube. It's over half a year after pledging that we would do it every Tuesday. And the Tuesday streams have been fun. A lot of people really enjoy the Tuesday streams. I enjoy doing them. Enjoy playing other games as well, other than Isaac on them. You use Book of Shadows in here just to make this easier. You know, we have piercing shots. You're seeing how crazy everything is just flying away from us. And that's because of Pisces. Yep. This mapping has been on another level. But like I was saying at the start of the, I don't remember which floor, of Womb 1 maybe. Womb 1 maybe. It speaks volumes of how strong this run actually is because we're able to survive with these doo-doo stats that we have. Also, I strongly disagree with that spike hit there. That did not look like we were anywhere close to the corner of that block. No, apology not accepted, game. I feel like I got hard done there. Got Optimus Prime, baby. Those of you who haven't been watching my Twitch channel recently, I've been playing a game called Chaos Zero Nightmare, which is it's a Darkest Dungeon, Slay the Spire, waifu gacha deck builder. And I know that some people cringe whenever you hear gacha, but as someone who usually wails out in gachas, I can tell you that I don't ever see a need to do it in this game. It's got a lot of really awesome mechanics. The graphics are insane. Some borderline. I don't want to put you off of it. There's some risque outfits that some of the waifus wear, but it's nothing that I wouldn't rate as beyond PG-13. It's very, very good. If you like Darkest Dungeon, if you like deck builders, if you like dungeon crawling and strategy games, then you're going to love this game. I mean, no, this is not a sponsor, although I am trying to get a sponsor with Smilegate, made by the makers of Epic 7, which is another fantastic game that I've not played in many, many years. But if you're looking for something new and something free to try, I will warn you, there is a lot of text. Just feel free to skip over all of it, because it's... I mean, hey, if you want to read all that text, be my guest, but I'm not going to. I could not be asked what's happening in the story. It's a very typical... There's the darkness spreading, and you're a captain who's lost his memory, and the captain of a ship filled with elite forces that are all surprised that you don't remember them at first, and then you kind of find out the storyline. It's that kind of thing. But ignore the story and check out the game, because one thing that's really cool about it, and this is what sold me on the game, is that in the Slay the Spire mode, which is called these Chaos Zones, that is where you basically you have 3 heroes, and they all have their own decks, right? You take them in with their base default deck, no upgrades or anything like that, or enhancements, and essentially through random events, through boss battles, through elite battles, through loot, you gain these different cards, and depending on how lucky you are, you can get some pretty insanely strong cards through what's called epiphanies or inspiration, if you want to go the Lobotomy Corporation route, which this game does definitely lean into the Lobotomy Corporation, lunatic, or Project Moon, that sort of genre, the Korean horror genre, but with anime as well. And it's a great time. It really is. If you can look past the gacha mechanics and just ignore them, hopefully you get lucky. I mean, I haven't spent any money in the game. I did get 2 of the better characters in the game, Mei Lin and Kalipe, who is a very, very strong AoEer. You're gonna be in for a treat. It's an underrated gem right now, I would say. Maybe not something I would put on the main channel. Maybe it'd be a gaming channel type thing. But I definitely want to encourage people to give it a go, especially if you're a deck builder fan and a Darkest Dungeon fan. I mean, it is Darkest Dungeon, but with waifus, and really sort of not Geiger-esque, but more Lovecraftian horror, demons and stuff to fight. The art style is absolutely incredible. The art is amazing. Animations are amazing as well. And I don't have a referral code, so don't ask And again, this is not sponsored by them, although if they give me the opportunity to, I definitely will happily do a sponsorship. Because I know more about the game now, and I'm able to accurately and adequately explain it to people who don't know. I'm still new. Obviously, there's mechanics. There's a lot of those familiar gacha mechanics. You know, there's systems on systems on systems, but the game does do a very good job with the tutorial, kind of telling you the basics, and then you can kind of learn what each card does. You can learn what each enemy does throughout just playing the game. It's easy to it's a little daunting at first. It's easy to pick up. It's hard to master type thing. But if you give it a go, I can share my user ID, my Smilegate ID, and the people. You can add me to friends. There's no guilds or clans or anything, which is a little bit of a bummer. I don't even know if there might be leaderboards. I don't know. But it would be really cool to see a PvP mode in there. But sadly, there's not one that I know of. It's a fun game. Ryan's been playing it. I've been playing it. Ryan is in Northern Line. Can't be bothered. Look at those wacky clown physics, dude. We're slowly but surely making our way through this run. Definitely been a journey. God, I swear to God. Oddleaf, why do you happen to go off right at the same time as friggin'... There's Guppy's collar. One Soul Hearts game. Now, all this being said, we're not in the clear here. There you go. Need to still be careful. It's not like we have to wait for anything. And again, our stats are doo-doo. We have piercing shots, so this isn't too much of a problem. But just imagine this run if we had to rely on this damage. Like, seriously. You're hurting yourself, Gertie, is all you're doing. I'm very sad that we haven't gotten another speed upgrade either. That would have been immensely helpful. Our black powder strat. Yeah, this would have been the crawl of all crawls here if we had to rely on these stats. So, you know, if we end up winning this run, which again is not a foregone conclusion, but it's a good possibility. I would just have to play it super slow. This is definitely one of the most unique ways that we've won in a long time. Hey, Peep, you're gonna have to move. Yo, get him, Gemini. Deliberately not using Book of Shadows, even though I could. It's just how we're playing it. There we go. I'm going to use it in this room because we would have been in here forever. And I shouldn't need the Book of Shadows against Isaac. Shouldn't being the key word. Gemini, you really stepped it up. Really impressed. Yep. Really impressed. How's your Tuesdays going? Going great? Feeling fine? Are you going to come out to the live stream tonight? Post them in the comments down below. I really wish you would go after the Angel Fetus real quick. Sir, if you could. No? Okay. You need to try to get to Isaac or close to him so we could use the orbital against him. But we're a little bit indisposed of at the time. Doing it. Slowly but surely, he's doing it, by God. He's wising up now. Come on, Isaac. All you gotta do is get close enough. I'm right here. Never mind that spinning cube of meat. There we go. Not often you hear the Isaac fight music recycle, but here we are. I could just take the hit and start drawing circles again on the ground while we have polar invincibility, but I mean, this is the surefire way that we will not take any damage against him, and we're going to need all the HP to survive this run in the chest. Luckily for you, you lot watching this here on YouTube, you get to fast forward through all this crap. I don't. I get to sit here. Like Mega Bonk all over again. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I mean, this is what it's all about here. Yep. Waiting and biding our time here, Isaac. He's getting clever now. See? No time at all. Absolutely none. Went there almost hitless. Gosh, dude. This run is absolutely, positively allergic to stat ups. And it's really annoying that we had to do a run like this, even though it is funny. After 52 minutes and 4 seconds, it's lost its charm sometimes. But the powdered toast man, buddy. I honestly didn't even see the other wretched there. Yeah, seriously, just imagine if we were on our stats for this run. 3.60 tiers, 4.57 damage. I mean, most likely I would have probably just turned into Black Judas and be done with it. Yeah, good placement of the black powder circle there. Sure, why not? But Bloodshot Eye might actually be useful for once. And this is all the wrong way. Doesn't matter. Yep. There you go. All right. Let's go into the real side of the map now. Honestly, Bloodshot Eye is not a bad item for us to get. In Hungry Soul. I don't know how this is going to work. I guess it would put us right on top. It would put the tier right on top of us. So that's just more damage for us to deal if things are running into us. You also just leave the tier in a random spot. It appears like that's Frail's starting spawn point, so just leave the tier like this. He's always going to go back there. Yep. You wish, game. Right. Here's the other wrong direction that we could find here. Good. Just lovely. Is this the crawl of all crawls? I don't know. It doesn't feel like a crawl just because of the very unique way that we're dealing with this run. But by God, we would have benefited even just a little bit from some damage. Waiting on war. If he wants to play it this way, we can play it this way too. There he goes. There you go. Oh boy. This should be interesting. And we're dealing good damage with Bloodshot Eyes contact damage and also keeping meat. Gemini is still doing kind of whatever he does, but we just cleared all those bosses, no problem. Anything here with Monstro 2, we just wait for him to jump towards us, and as their doom. There we go. Look at us no-hitting the chest right now, and we've gone the wrong direction again. Oh, game, just let this run in, please. It lost its appeal about maybe 30 minutes ago. Obviously, we don't have to play like this. We could be fighting here, but sure it's a lot easier to play like that. I don't even know where a tier is right now. There it is. It's definitely more fun to try to get black powder around everything than just waiting for stuff to run into us. And now that we've gone to all the wrong directions again for the third time, let's go on to the right direction, shall we? Hit us, we punish you. Or black powder just doesn't feel like going off. There we go. See what happens when we moved? So what we learned to never try. Doing great, Gemini. We literally could not have done it without you. All right. Oh no! Wait, there's a convergence here. We still have a chance to go the wrong way again. It's pretty much written in stone that we're going to. Uh-oh, we have a second convergence. More opportunity for us to go in the wrong way. We are approaching 59 minutes and 23 seconds in this video. At one point, we were actually close to boss rush. At least we should gain some soul hearts here off of Gertie. I hope. Nope, they died before Hollow did, so we don't get the soul heart. Oh, we got one anyway. Yeah. So Gemini just having himself a day over there. Maybe this is the right way to go. Now you know we'll happily cheese this bastard. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Right. Once an hour goes by, I can safely say a PG-13 word. I only get one though. And this level is still going on. This run was designed to torture us all. I mean, we've got another void-sized chest here. Okay, we found it. Hallelujah, we found it. Took a while, but we did it. I'm waiting to use the Book of Shadows for Blue Baby specifically, so we can go in there and be in melee range without us taking any damage against him. Draw a black powder. Get the tear on him, and then draw one more little black powder, and then we're good. He is shooting us away. Hungry Soul is definitely doing work on him. Yeah, so the Hungry Souls are doing, or is what's closing the deal here. So, oh boy! Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for sticking it out here on that run, man. Oh man, that was something. So if you enjoyed this episode somehow and you want to help out the Like Street Gold, then click the like button, leave a comment down below. Don't forget about the YouTube stream coming up tonight. Hopefully at 6 p.m. Central. But again, there's a little bit of an asterisk on these Tuesday streams. For the foreseeable future, if I'm too tired from physical therapy and stuff, then I'm going to prioritize sleeping. But I'll make up for it though somehow. So thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. As always, I'll see you all next time. Man, what a run. Thanks for watching this video. Like these patrons of mine like Kane Hughes, Isaac Johnson, Bob, and Elmo Bentley. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.